gunfire at the Santa Monica Mall. Police officer shot. 2 teens wounded on Sunday. And tonight, the suspect in both matters is in custody after a 3-hour manhunt. Good evening. You're watching L8 Live News Tonight. I'm Christine Devine.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Susan Hirasuna here for Marla Tejas.
Developing tonight, that chaotic day in Santa Monica. It ends with a dramatic late afternoon arrest. Police say the man who opened fire near the pier, sending crowds running, is now in custody.
But could he be connected to another shocking crime earlier this week? Fox 11's Matthew Seedorf has the story.
An urgent manhunt now over in Santa Monica. The man accused of shooting and injuring a police officer now in handcuffs.
I could hear him saying, you know, I had to do it because it was self-defense, was the first thing he said. And the other thing he said was, you know, basically you're ruining my day.
Police arresting the alleged shooter near Palisades Park, about a mile from where people were seen scattering at Santa Monica Place Mall for gunshots.
It was just super crazy. We just see all the cops swarming by, SWATs, motorcycle police, traffic police, Santa Monica police, just swarming all around the area.
Workers at nearby businesses barricading themselves inside.
I heard like a 3 or 4 shot, you know.
They say a man started shooting near the Santa Monica Pier, then ran towards a parking garage next to the mall.
I see some people, you know, police chasing another individual, you know. They was chasing a guy, you know, and the guy went through to the parking construction right there.
The officer was ambushed. The suspect fired multiple rounds at the officer and fled the area on foot. The officer was seriously injured, but is in stable condition.
Authorities now confirming the gunman is also linked to another shooting earlier this week in Santa Monica, where 2 teens were shot and injured inside a Waymo.
It's probably good that he's, you know, kind of taken up.
The officer is one of our most younger, new additions to the force. I saw him at the hospital this afternoon. He is in good spirits, and I feel hopeful that he will recover.
The shooter, believed to be responsible for a chaotic day across Santa Monica, now in custody. Police say a tip was called in that led to this man's arrest. A lot of people feeling a lot better with him in handcuffs. Reporting in Santa Monica, Matthew Seedorf, Fox 11 News.
This latest shooting of a police officer is reigniting concerns about safety in Santa Monica, where crime and homelessness have already had a major impact on local business and tourism.
There have been efforts to revitalize the area. Trouble does keep popping up. This was really scary. Fox 11's Laura Diaz live tonight near the 3rd Street Promenade with more on that side of the story. Laura.
Yes, Christine and Susan, news traveled quickly of the ambushing of that Santa Monica police officer and then the arrest of a homeless suspect. This is the city desperately trying to reboot its image, and the last thing that people wanted to hear today was about violence and upheaval.
I think they need to get rid of the homeless issue. I think that's the biggest problem. I don't think women feel comfortable walking around, especially at night. It just doesn't feel safe. I feel safe, but I came to the gym today and it seemed closed because of the shootings.
Yeah, it's a little bit scary. I feel a little vulnerable right now, and I just feel like a lot of stuff has been going on, especially with all the protests.
Since COVID, Santa Monica has struggled to come back. This afternoon, which recently turned 3rd Street Promenade into a fun zone where people over 21 can consume alcohol as they walk outdoors, we found this afternoon that people were out walking, but it's a shell of its former self, of what it used to be back in the bustling days. Even the beautiful beaches awash in sunshine, not enough to quell some people's fears about crime. So this scene of people fleeing earlier today as the manhunt continued for an attempted murder suspect can be quite unnerving. People were told to shelter in place. Now this afternoon, Santa Monica police said that they had that suspect in the shooting of the police officer and a potential crime from over the weekend. But as we come back live here in Santa Monica, as the sun begins to drop, people are still talking about what occurred. They say that they love their city. They want to feel comfortable to walk around, to enjoy the raw beauty of the area. We all know, of course, gorgeous beaches here, world-class restaurants, just a great place to be. But if you don't feel safe, it's not going to feel as beautiful. Laura Diaz reporting live from Santa Monica, sending it back to the studio.
And Laura, keeping in mind, this is the start of summer. You have all those tourists who come in from out of town as well to enjoy Santa Monica. And I know behind you there are some great shops and restaurants, and down there along the beach, some great restaurants.
Oh, yes. I mean, who among us has not gone to some of the fantastic restaurants here in Santa Monica? World-class chefs with a view of the ocean. It's something that people in the Midwest could only dream about, and we actually get to live here. But concern about crime, in particular the people I talked to today, expressed concern about the homeless problem. And even when they express that they do feel empathy for these people, sometimes they don't feel safe, and they want to, particularly the women, be able to walk outside after the sun drops and to feel like they will be okay after they finish their stroll.